Miss Transformers 96 here, another review, this time of Real Steel Zeus. So here you go, the king of robots. So yeah, so this is my, if I'm not mistaken, I might post them in a different order, but from what I'm planning to do right now, this will be my first Real Steel review. So yes, so very cool. So Zeus is my favorite character from the trailers. Who, if you don't know who he is, the movie hasn't come out, but based on the trailers, he's the one that Adam will fight at the end of the movie. He's the main competitor boxing guy that Adam will fight and most likely beat. I seriously doubt Zeus is gonna win. But yes, so there you go. Just a little background on him. Here's Zeus. A great artwork up here. I really love Zeus there. And you've got the kind of bars, like a boxing ring. And you know what's really weird that I noticed? Their boxes, some of them have these bars and some of them have like chains, which is kind of neat. It kind of separates the kind of the lower class boxers that kind of, that are in like lower class stadiums, and then the big class stadiums with Zeus's plays with the nice bars and everything. So I kind of like that, how they differentiate that. These figures look fantastic in package. They do have try-me buttons for the little light-up gimmick, and just really awesome packaging. I'm really impressed in it. Nice picture of Zeus. We don't get a picture of him in the movie other than this. So yeah. It shows the others. What's cool is it shows all 5 of them, and it shows them not the toys but the actual characters in the movie. And then it gives you his strength 31, speed 21, intelligence 28, and special moves 20. So very cool. So he's like the #1 guy, and it does say that you can mix and match the parts. So yeah. So here you go. So he's figure number 2, Zeus, the king of robots. So very cool. So he was the first one I picked up, and I picked him up. I liked him a lot, so I decided to buy them all. And so now I do have the entire first wave of 3 3/4" figures. So I will be reviewing them all. If you were looking for some kind of if you wanted to see one of their reviews, they'll be out soon, so just so you know. So yeah, so here's Zeus. So as a new figure, I decided to go over Articulation first. Articulation, he's got a ball hinge shoulder, absolutely fantastic, the best articulation for the shoulder. No swivel up here or anything like that. A hinge elbow. Unfortunately, it isn't a swivel hinge, but what you do get, even though it's just a hinge, it is one of the best hinges I've ever seen. Look at how far back this thing hinges. It hinges almost all the way back, where the fist is touching his shoulder. Absolutely love it. And then this also allows you to do the whole boxing move where they kind of block their face and everything. So that is just awesome that you can do that with Zeus here. Very cool. That's not how it is for the others. The others have joints on their elbows that allow them to do the normal joints. He just has great elbows that allow him to go all the way up like this, which is just awesome. Swivel wrist, which is great. Ball hinge thighs, which is awesome. Love that. Hinge knees and swivel ankles. Great articulation. The legs, they pretty much have all the articulation I could want. Oh, they also do swivel up here. So the legs are absolutely articulated just the way I want them to be. With the arms, I would have liked maybe a swivel at the elbow, or swivel right below the ball joint. I would have liked that. But it's okay. It's pretty decent. I would have liked some waist articulation or some ball hinge body articulation, but I totally understand why there isn't, because he has a gimmick. And I would have liked a swivel head, but it is also because of the gimmick that he doesn't have it. So yeah, so talking about the gimmick, let me just go in. His body lights up. Now these are one of the best lighted up gimmicks I've ever seen with Zeus here. Zeus has such a bright light. Let me just shut off the lights here. Look at that. That is some pretty intense lighting. You can even, he lights up my hand so that you can actually see that. That is just some amazing lights. Now, it looks like there's lighting on his arm. That's just a reflection. So, his arms don't light up or anything. It's just his body. But just amazing lights here. So, yeah, and then even look at how bright they are, even with all the lights on. Absolutely fantastic. One of the best lighting gimmicks I've ever seen for a toy. Zeus is just amazing. And Adam also has a green light for his chest, and that lights up so good. The rest, they have good light up gimmicks, but they're not as bright as this. It seems to only be the toys that light up green are the ones that are better. Now, what I would have preferred, the way that you do his lights is by moving his head forward. But what I would have preferred is that they stick with the light up gimmick thing here, but gave him a swivel neck and instead just had the button on his back or something, because I really would have liked the swivel head, especially since now when you're posing and everything and somebody's like punching somebody, you can't even have their head over like they're being punched or anything. So that's a shame. That's one thing that they could have fixed by putting the button on the back, but they didn't. But it's not completely necessary. Still fine. Now size, these are the 3 3/4 inch scaled figures. That's what they are kind of based on, and he stands up perfectly. I don't know why I'm having a little trouble, but here he is. Jeez, sorry, I've just got it. He's got a little loose. They're not loose, but these joints right here, they can't. He's got a big upper half, so it's kind of hard to support him. But it still supports him very well. But it struggles tiny bit. So yeah, but here he is compared to Loki from the Thor movie line. Yes, as you can see, that is one of the great pluses with these figures, is their huge size. They are very tall for 3 3/4 inch figures. Same thing for the 6 inch line. I do not have any of the 6 inch figures, but I have heard that they're taller than 6 inches. Why isn't this working? Oh, here we go. Sorry. Couldn't get it straight. There you go. So yeah, so as you can see, incredibly tall, and even with a tall 3 3/4 inch figure like the Destroyer, which is a very tall figure, as you can see, it might not show it very well, but the Zeus is taller than the Destroyer here, and he's just more bulkier by a lot. He's taller. He's not taller by much, but he is taller, and this guy's a big, tall figure for 3 3/4 inch. So yeah, so it is great, the size of these figures. They're very tall, and it's not like they're tall but skinny. No, they're tall and they're bulky, so it's really awesome. You get your money's worth. When I came into the store, saw that they were $10, I got a little scared. Just being like, they bumped up the price $2, $3 just for the light up gimmick, but they didn't. They pumped it up because of their size and their weight and everything. So yeah, so it's totally worth your money. Made of a good strong plastic, pretty nice. Paint apps are great. They really applied very nicely on this figure. I can't say that for the whole series, but for this exact figure, the paint apps are really perfect, and just a great sculpting all around, great detail, and just a great figure all in all. Just really fantastic. So yeah, so they do have a 6 inch toy line too. Their figures are more like 7.5. These figures are about 5 inches each. I measured this guy, he's 5 inches. Maybe just a smidge below that, but just a smidge. So yeah, but a great head sculpt as well. So he is the closest thing that you're going to get to a villain in this movie. So that's why I'm a fan of the villains. So I had to pick him up. With the 6 inch versions of the toys, I don't think I'm going to be doing any heavy collecting of them. I definitely want to get the 6 inch Zeus, because I'm a fan of Zeus, but as far as the rest, I might get Adam and the other two that they have, which are this guy and this guy. I might get them, but I'm not gonna gun for them. They're gonna be something that if I get a coupon, I'll buy them. So yeah, but this is a great figure, highly recommended by me. One of the best out of these first series toys, which is kind of why I reviewed him first, because he was the first one I got. He's my favorite character, and he's one of my favorite figures from the first wave. So yeah, so he's great. Just to show him off with the rest of the first wave of 3 3/4 inch toys from the first wave. I'm going around and around. From the first wave of Real Steel toys. There you go. Some great figures. Expect the others review very soon. And this is a great figure. So he retails for $10. But if you wanted to save some money and you're planning on buying a lot of these guys, they do have double packs, which consists of him and Adam. And they charge $18 for that. So you get it for $2 off. Or what they do is they also have another one with Adam and the two-headed guy, which is what I did for them. So yeah, so if you wanted him and Adam, recommend getting the 2-pack so that you save $2. There you go. So yeah, so great figure, highly recommend him. Very cool, just fantastic. I love Zeus. He's awesome. His figure's great, and can't wait to review these rest of these guys for you, because they are some awesome toys. So there you go. So that's my first review of Real Steel Zeus, the King of Robots. Thanks for watching.